Hi, my name's Kuinilagi Alefosio, and I'll be starting off our video presentation on behalf of Tor and Nathaniel. So the app that we have created is called Catchphrase, which essentially is just a app which users can use to be able to search for any media content like TV shows or movies that they don't quite know the titles to and would like to know more about those particular streaming shows and movies. So that the problem space that we kind of came across was being able to give the user the power to have an efficient way to access and structuralize filmography information in the one place with a simple click. So we did find that on average, people would spend so much time trying to search for things, whether that be through Google, whether it be through Yahoo or any search engines, and just that we were able to condense that information into one app so that it was similar to Shazam, where it was with music, but for this one it was for TV shows and movies. After creating the low fidelity prototype, we were given some really useful feedback from our users, which essentially broke down to the user interface was very simplified, which users really enjoyed. However, there wasn't a back button, which meant that users would then have to exit the app to then restart their searches, which would have made for a very clunky flow. They really enjoyed that the app wasn't so cluttered with information. If anything, there were clear sections or categories that they could click on, which would take them to the places that they needed to be. We did find that some of the feedbacks suggested that we should have a login screen, which is actually really good feedback, just so that users could actually save their searches and then be able to jump onto another device and be able to store their past searches or be able to share their searches and things like that. Once we did the multi-criteria decision analysis, we were more or less looking at platforms like our streaming services, our search engines, and the current app Shazam, and we found that our app was similar to all those things. However, it more or less encompassed everything that we could, just for the user to be in one place.
Hi, Tor here. Although we believe that our app Catchphrase will be able to successfully reach a wide audience base, we have identified 2 user profiles we believe will truly benefit from and, more importantly, enjoy our app. Our first identified user is Blockbuster Brittany, 21 years old with a love of film trivia. As someone who goes down to the pub each week to take part in trivia, Blockbuster Brittany is constantly on the lookout for new and exciting tidbits of information to store for when it is needed. As such, Catchphrase is the perfect app to allow her to put together lines from a film to easily accessing information about the film, from actor profiles to year of release to so much more, letting her wow her teammates and competitors each week. The second user profile we want to discuss is social butterfly Lillian. At 31, Lillian has been involved in the digital world for 11 years. As a digital marketer, Lillian is expected to keep up with the latest social media trends. Having a busy lifestyle, however, Lillian does not have the time to scroll through endless reels of online media to find the source of the latest trends. As such, she uses Catchphrase to easily and quickly identify the media she is watching, to be able to adopt it into her next work project whilst the trend is still trending. Whilst Queenie has already discussed some of our competitor analysis, I want to discuss a little bit more about our point of difference to some of our competitors. We have identified 3 main competitors for our app: IMDb, Netflix, and TikTok. IMDb is a website that provides an in-depth film knowledge to users. Whilst it does have the benefit of having a large market recognition, Catchphrase differs in the ease of identifying media, especially when the users isn't sure of what they're actually looking for. Netflix is another competitor. However, unlike IMDb, there's a greater potential for mutual benefit between our platforms. Though Netflix has the AI capabilities to recognize and advertise users' preferred content, they lack the in-depth knowledge about the film that many users look for and enjoy. Our third competitor is TikTok. Whilst TikTok has a huge market share, users spend an average of 89 minutes per day on the platform. This is through scrolling through the app. which can prove frustrating, especially if users are looking for a specific type of content. Now I'll pass over to Nathaniel to go through our app in an interactive demonstration.
Alright, thanks for that, Tor. I'm Nathaniel, and I hope by now you have a pretty sound understanding of why we're creating this product. We've had a lot of feedback on our app. Users wanted more information on the movies they've found, and like all of us, a more social media platform. To remedy this, we've included a really awesome information page and the ability to share to some of the most popular social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. We've also included some other features, which leads me to the next part. I wanted to take some time to demonstrate how this app would be used and some of the features we're proud to show off. So as you can see here, we're on the home page now. What a user would do is they'd start looking for a movie. So the most common way we'd either be doing is recording by voice, or we've included a keyboard entry. We've got a camera option as well if you wanted to include that. So what would happen is the system would start processing that information. We'd be looking for the movie, and you'd end up getting the result here. Okay, so we'd have the poster of the movie, you've got the movie title, and we'd be looking at things like sending it to stream. So we'd have popular features such as Netflix and Stan. Obviously, we've spoken about that sharing method that we've got here. So we'd go here and we'd send it off to your Instagram or your Facebook. We've of course got a common feature, something like a watch list. So in here we'd add it to the watch list, and you can see here I've got some pre-filled information there. And from there you'd be looking at, streaming it. So here you've got the option to stream to Netflix, Stan, Hulu, Disney Plus. And obviously it'd be checking to see if it was available on these platforms. We wanted to make this quite a personalized app, so this would be unique to the user. They would enter in their preferred streaming platforms, and from there obviously make that selection. Like most apps, we've got a pop-out menu here for some personalized features. So you can see here we've got the home, favorites, trending, categories, and some cinemas near you, because that was another feature that we've got going. So if we duck back to the home menu and we look here, we go watch at your local cinema. You can see here you'd be picking a date and it would bring up some results. So you'd have a movie time and cinema option, and you'd make your selection over here, and then you'd visit the website to book your tickets. Now we've also got this trending page. Obviously, being a more social platform, people would be adding things to favorites, and from there it would kind of bump these numbers up, and you can see we've got Top Gun Maverick as the number one trending at the moment. Right, let's duck back and we'll quickly show off the info section. Yeah, so obviously some of our feedback included more information on their movie. So we've made a pretty decent summary in here. So we've got currently trending. It'll give you the number that it's trending at, what platforms it's available on, the IMDb link if they wanted some more information, and just a quick little snippet about what the movie's about and how it's structured and who created it and things like that. Yeah, so just a final note, we'd obviously have settings to add some customization, whether the user wanted to change their theme. We've gone for a kind of yellow and dark grey look. That was some more user feedback that we had. Yeah, so thank you very much for giving us the time to show you our product. We hope that you've enjoyed our demonstration. We're excited to push this out to the market soon for our users to experience. Thank you very much.